Hello,
Oh, darling.
my love. How are you?
I'm fabulous. How are you?
Better
Look
now.
at this setup, darling. It's two of my faces.
That's right. Oh, wait, actually, let me take her down. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Peppermint, what are you giving? I love this look. I love this lip, this
This is
hair.
just a little, it's just, I was at the UPS store earlier getting my packages. And this is just my daytime look with a little bit of holiday lip color. This is a little bit of Miss Fame, Fame Beauty
Yes.
with a little bit of Trixie Mattel, because I get all these things for free. So put it on my little face. And so that's what it is. And
Yeah.
a little bit of Alyssa palette, her Anastasia Beverly Hills palette in my eye. Just a little bit of something, nothing crazy,
Nothing crazy.
because I still got other things to do.
That's right. You are busy, okay? I also love the tree in the background. It's very festive, very cute.
Thank you. It's honey, don't look at it. I put this tree. It's real. It's alive. Well, for at least for now. Good grief. I think I forgot to water it last night. Who cares? The point is, it's alive, and it's there's and I didn't want to be in lockdown this year without a tree.
Yeah, I hear that.
You know.
Yeah. And speaking of lockdown, how has it been treating you? I've been seeing you. You've been busy, but how has it been on lockdown?
Um, it's been fun. I don't know. It's been a little crazy. I mean, it's been a little lonely. I live alone. It's been a little lonely. Contrary, we talked about this on Twitter. Contrary to popular belief, New York City is not dead. We're going through the same thing that everybody else is going through. Los Angeles is on lockdown right now. New York is not. I just went to the store and a restaurant. No. So let me ask you, how's lockdown for you?
You know,
Darling.
it's all right. It's all right. Is the fan on?
No, darling. It's just the New York breeze. Yes, I turned on the fan.
Well,
Okay,
I will
sorry.
say, I during lockdown, you've come out with a EP called Best Sex, and a lot of people are wondering when we can have the best sex again, or if there's some people that have been having a little social distancing moment. Have you been having the best sex?
People have been having sex, honey. I heard of my neighbors next door, honey. I heard it. Yeah, I think in terms of what we've been going through, I'm hopeful that the best sex is yet to come in 2021. I think the best sex is the sex that's connected and you feel, I mean, really great sex can be, carnal and let's just rip our clothes off and here we are. Who cares where we are?
Yeah.
Oh, this is uncomfortable. Somebody might catch us, whatever the subtext is. But I think the best sex is the kind that just feels free and like relaxed enough to do whatever you want. And without all of the other stuff that's in the back of our mind, that without the baggage of 2020,
Yeah.
Without thinking about my rent, my job, my this, my that, is this a risky situation in terms of COVID, which is important.
Yeah.
And so, I think the best sex is the sex we're going to be having in 2021, because we will definitely be under a more progressive administration. Hopefully, attitudes around sex will be a little bit more relaxed. I know that the conversation around decriminalizing sex work is something that's up. All of these things lead us to a more free and fabulous sexual encounter, atmosphere for sexual encounter in the best sex of 2021. However, in the meantime, people, please listen to my new album. Not only the whole album, the whole album's name is actually A Girl Like Me, Letters to My Lovers, but the first, hello, Mr. LeBlanc, Jason. The first single is Best Sex, and that's the first video. It is the most naked I've ever been on a YouTube.
I was
We
gonna
got
ask you
flagged.
about that. How does that feel?
We got flagged.
I watched it. I was like, oh, we love that. I just love all of the different suitors and you just like living in that sexiness. How did that feel?
It felt a little scary. Okay, we shot it during COVID.
Yeah.
So everybody had to get tested. We had to do everything we could do for COVID protocol.
Yeah.
So it was like a little nerve wracking. We shot it at the perfect time, like right at the end of the summer when things had relaxed a little bit in New York.
Yeah.
Never, I would not be doing that like right now. However, thank you, Inhay querida Nina. I can see. The shooting the video was scary because, you know, I had to like really live in this zone of like my body and my, like, you know, I've been eating, look, honey, there would have been many an entree of Fruity Pebbles, the bop, for dinner.
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay. And then I was like, let's shoot a video. That's not usually what you would do before shooting a video.
Right.
But I was like, you know what? Whatever. This is what I'm doing. Hey, Mila Jam, I loved your interview with Mila Jam. That's my girl.
Yes.
And I was like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and however your roly-poly your body is, this is what you're giving. Your trans squishy body is going to fit into this thing. And you're going to show this video of this sex that you have, this type of sex and encounters that you have and can have as a trans person. And I think that's one of the things that's missing. I think a lot of people don't get to see the other part of the story for queer folks and for trans folks. I think we allow other people, cis folks and people who aren't in the LGBTQ community, to write our story for us. And so I wanted to write my own story. All this is because I just came out of a relationship. And it was the best relationship I'd ever been in up until this point. Spoiler alert, we broke the hell up. So goodbye. But it was a relationship full of love and respect and sex. And I wanted to showcase how I felt before, during, and after the relationship. So I wrote this album, A Girl Like Me, Let Us Know Love Us. It's available for everyone to check out.
That's right.
And, you know, go check it out. I even have a limited edition.
Ooh. Careful with the
shit, my earring in the... No, my earring! Can I try to get... Girl, keep the show going. Don't worry about your earring. A limited edition vinyl album, LP, which is available on my social. I'll even put it right here in the comments, and you can pin the comment. Pin the comment for your drag mother. I just put it in the comments.
There we go. Let me see if I can pin it. Hold on.
You just tap on it if you're in a regular IG Live.
Yes, there we go.
Gorge.
Okay.
And people can. Oh wait, but that's the wrong. I don't know why that says IMJ. Just take. Y'all know what to do. Y'all know. Wait, here, let me fix it. That's busted. Here. This is the real comment.
Technical difficulty, girl.
There we go.
Okay.
Anyway, that album is available right now, pre-sale. You can get it it's $30 right now. It's the whole EP. Up until December 16th. Then the price goes up. So it's cheap now. It's on sale now for pre-sale. And then once we start shipping it, the price goes up. So get it now.
That's right. You heard it. Get it now while it's good. Okay, so I want to play a game with you.
All right, let's play. Do I need clothes or alcohol? What?
Sex marks the spot.
Oh!
So the way that it works is that I'm going to list off a couple, things, and you're going to tell me if it's sexy, if it's not sexy, or if you can't talk about it.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so we're going to start off with fashion because I know you're big on fashion.
Oh, darling, don't ask me about fashion, darling. Can I just go like this to the whole category? Okay.
So lingerie, is it sexy, not sexy, or we don't say?
The idea of lingerie is sexy, but I think overall it's trying too hard. So lingerie is not sexy. That's just a not sexy. I don't do any signs for that, right? Okay, got it.
I like that. Lights on for them to see everything. Is it sexy, not sexy, or we don't want to talk about it? Lights on.
I'm gonna go like this, but there is a little explanation. Red lights on. Ooh. Yes, and I'm not talking about like for outdoors. I'm talking about put some nice candles, set the mood.
Yeah.
It's not like, fluorescent or off.
Or like a ring light.
Like, yeah, hello. Do something nice, and smooth and diffused,
All right.
just in case you want to record it.
Okay, dirty talk. So dirty talk.
Wait, not sexy. Not sexy. Do not talk to me. Dirty talk always ends up being about the person doing the talking. It always ends up being about whoever's not in this room. Don't be cursing me, calling me out my name, calling me some kind of things. It's too much. And it's like distracting, dirty talk. Checking in and being like, you like that baby is one thing.
Yeah.
But like, call me the baker. Call me the baker. What? The baker?
You hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Dirty talk is also consensual as well, so keep that in mind.
Hello.
Okay, the next one. Your name is Peppermint, so are you into a food moment? A little yummy for the tummy.
Wait, during sex? Oh, I was going to say, not during sex. You know I am. You know what? I would have to say, yes. I actually recently, I'm bringing it back to the album. In addition to this album and this EP and everything, I shot the whole, here's the real quick. The album is basically the beginning and middle and end of my relationship. So there's like 15 songs. It was too much for one album. So we split it into 3 EPs.
Yeah.
The first EP is the beginning of the relationship. The second EP is the middle and then the end. And so the first EP is out now. We also did a short film.
Wow.
During the same time we shot the video. It comes out in January. In that film, there is a scene. Oh no, are we there with the internet?
Yeah, I see you. I hear you.
Okay. In that film, we are there. We do several sex scenes. And one of the sex scenes involves a mango. Oh. I ain't going to say anything more than that.
Okay.
So yes, to sex and food.
Okay, what about a little, now here, we don't want to kink shame, obviously. This is all just Peppermint's preferences, but what about a little foot moment, a little foot action?
Listen, for everybody else, I'd say get what you need. If you and your partner are into it, definitely fine. Do not even look at my feet during the time that you know me. Even after we break up, don't even look at my shoes. Nothing. And honey, believe me, I keep pedicure. But I don't want you to touch my foot.
Yeah.
Don't look at my foot.
Back it up.
Don't try to kiss you can kiss my feet.
Yeah.
But not like while we're having sex.
What about
no feet,
a little wig tug, a little hair pulling?
Whoa, never. I'm sorry. I know I felt like I got a bunch of rules during sex, but this is just this is crazy. Don't be pulling on things that don't grow out of me.
Hold on now, hold on. Okay, what about a G up the B?
A G up the B? A gerbil? Is that a gerbil? No. I mean,
sorry,
I think if we get past the humaneness of it, which I think there's some ethics there, but even if we got past that, I would be afraid of something gnawing and biting and scratching inside. And what if it didn't want to come out? How do you get it out? Oh my God.
She said the ethics first and foremost. Okay, my last one, role play.
Okay. Oh God. I know I seem terribly vanilla. No, don't role play. Listen. If I wanted to, believe me, if I'm sitting there with my partner who is a very good looking librarian and everything's sexy, then yes, play up the sexiness. But if I'm sitting with a librarian partner and I'm really and I can only get off if they are a construction worker, honey, I would have gone out and found me a construction worker.
That's right.
And so it took me a lot to get to this sexy librarian.
Right.
To date you librarian.
Right. We love that authentic moment. Just let it be in the moment. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, don't try it.
It's true.
Okay, well, that is the end of the game. Thank you so much for participating. I actually want to talk about sex because because there was a tweet, you actually touched on it a little bit earlier, that you tweeted earlier this week. It said, decriminalizing sex work. Some say it's immoral. Some say it's a matter of necessity or choice. Let's talk about it. Thoughts? Start the convo, please. So I'd love to have the convo here on this forum about sex work.
Yeah, I personally believe it should be decriminalized. There's a lot that I have to learn about the conversation. I do think it's more nuanced than just yes or no, let people be free or not. I certainly know that when you have any working conditions that are unfavorable or inhumane or unethical, any working conditions or any atmosphere that allows for those types of working conditions with low standards, low wages, zero to low protections, no matter what industry you're in, then oppressors can swoop in. People who want to hire people at lower rates, people who want to, make them work for zero to no wages or have very poor and unsafe working conditions. We've seen this in every industry, not just the sex industry. I think that one of the things that we have to really kind of get right with in the conversation with decriminalization of sex work is also how much substance abuse and recreational drugs plays a part in these sexual encounters.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that the people who are working are necessarily doing those things, but listen, sex work is one of those realms that connects with just having a good time, along with being in nightlife in the bar industry. And so then the patrons sometimes, not only the patrons, but certain people will introduce recreational things into the fold. How do we work with that? How do we, is there protection if somebody is too high or too drunk?
Yeah.
Does it become unsafe? Is it a situation where the person working feels like they need to engage in some of these behaviors or activities or substances in order to get their coin? And so there's a lot of issues that are really important to unpack. It's not just a black and white yes or no thing, but I do think that we need to be working towards decriminalization of sex work. It's the oldest profession. It's the bodily function that we're not going to get away from anytime soon. And I think it's important that we allow people to monetize their bodies if they want. The record industry and the music industry and the commercial industry and the beauty industry have been monetizing people's bodies since those industries began. Yep. And so let people take this power into their own hands. That's my take on it.
Yeah.
And my Twitter feed was quite active.
Yeah. I mean, it's a hot button issue, and I'm 100% there with you. I feel like there should be a freaking sex workers union to really just get everyone the proper treatment that they deserve and the coin that they deserve. My body, my choice. I'm all about it. I'm glad we can have just a little bit of a discussion about this. This is a much bigger. We can have a whole local live session about it, and maybe we will. We don't know. But if y'all heard what Peppermint just said, tweet it. Talk about it with your families. That's a big thing. You can talk about it with friends, but usually if you talk about it with families, that's where change really, really starts to happen, because oftentimes, I don't know about y'all, but my family doesn't always agree with everything. But all that being said, I want to talk more about you. As said earlier, that you were the first trans woman to originate a lead role on Broadway. Okay. The Broadway, for all of you, not off Broadway, which is fine. Some of us have been off Broadway too. But let's talk about what do you see yourself going back to Broadway? You're also an amazing actress. Do you want to do more TV? What does Peppermint want for the future of her acting career?
Yeah, I mean, I want to do it all, honey. I want to do it all. Broadway, I would love to see Broadway return. I'd love to see professional live theater return in a way that is safe. And, I think one of the things that professional live theater, at least Broadway in this country, I think one of the things that needs to return, of course, they need to make it very safe for, COVID safe and have all of their protocols in order, which is obviously something that they have to work through. Hopefully this vaccine will be a factor in that. Mm-hmm. I think that there's a lot of atonement that our country needs to take, still needs to take. 2020 allowed us to have some really important conversations. Yeah. And what I discovered is there's not many industries that were immune to having to have those conversations, Broadway included. Broadway did not have to have those conversations or be confronted with those conversations in the way that Major League Baseball and football and sports and all other industries have had to, because they haven't opened yet, Broadway. So we're waiting for them to open, but we're also waiting for them to have these conversations.
Yeah.
I would be very happy to go back to Broadway. I loved the musical that I was in, Head Over Heels. Yes, it was an historic moment for me. Also for the musical, it was not only a big moment for me as an actor and a performer, but the role that I played was a non-binary individual, which is rare to say the least on Broadway. And so that was a wonderful experience. And I do think that that was a 2018 moment. I do think that had we somehow waited and been a part of the next class of Broadway, whenever that comes, I think that audiences would have been even more ready for a musical that focused with transness and non-binary identities and sexuality being at the forefront and body positivity and race being something that was like, just viewed in a much more inclusive way in our show than it was in the Broadway community. And so I think 2021 would have been a better home for Head Over Heels, but we did it. And, your first guest, Mila Jam, my sister, also played Pythio in, I think, Seattle. And so that was great.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh my God, that's right. I never got to see it, and I was so sad about that. But there will be more opportunities. I do believe it. Big things coming for you as well, as they always are. I'm so happy to see you, especially, I just want to shout out your Twitch right now over the live, because it's so fun. All the guests that you have on, the way that you've been able to connect with fans over quarantine and really just keep it fresh. You always keep it fresh. That's one thing I love about you, is they always reinventing ways to be exciting and creative. And I'm just obsessed with you, as you know. But with that being said, I wanted to thank you for joining Logo Live. I hope to have you back. Please tell the kids where they can find you. We have the album right here for the pre-sale. It's pinned on the comments, so please go get it and go off. Oh, wait. Actually, sorry. Before you go, you have a minute. I give this to all my guests at the end. A minute to stand someone that you think is doing amazing work in the community, whether it's an artist that needs to be put on, an activist that you think is sickening, a friend, it doesn't matter. As long as they're part of the queer community, you have a minute. God. And I'll give that to you starting right now.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I've been talking about this person earlier. They are I didn't really give them their props when they first won Drag Race. And I was curious how to see them grow into the person the adult that they grew into. I think they are fabulous. They really go to bat for people of all different identities. For during BLM conversations, they were right there front and center, willing to take criticism, 100% willing to jump in and challenge authority and speak truth to power. Speaking truth to one of the most ultimate powers is even within the Drag Race franchise. You know who I'm talking about. Y'all, I am talking about Aquaria. She is 100% the one.
Yes. Wow, you did that in a minute. That was so good. We stand Aquaria. We love Aquaria. But now, Peppermint, tell the kids where they can find you and where, you'll be at.
Oh my gosh. Listen, y'all, hit me on my everything at Peppermint247. Obviously, I'm right here. And just more importantly, go buy that damn record, y'all. I know y'all got 30. Whoever if you got $30, go get that record. And yeah, hit me on my Twitch every Tuesday. Usually I'm there, but now I'm here. Every single Tuesday for Pet Talks, where I have fabulous guests on to talk about classic Black cinema, and then everything that's important. Johnny, you're amazing. Thank you so much for having me.
I love you. Thank you for being on. Mwah.